We all have room to get better, and this is gonna be my cross to bear with this. What's good, y'all? It's your guest, Erica Vane, coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Divorced Sistas video. In this one, I'm breaking down season 1, episode number 3. Subscribe if you like, because this is gonna be a little bit different than what I have done, what my typical format is. Y'all, my style, my format, my way of doing content in the commentary, television, and film review space is deeply rooted in me just telling you how I see it. Most, if not all, like other than like my video essay, I think my Why Fatima Chose Zach, that was my first like video essay that was scripted. Everything is off the dome. Everything is, I watch it and then I just tell you what I'm thinking. So whether it's the jokes, whether it's the quips, the witty things, the analysis, all of it is like what I retain and then say back to camera or record in a voiceover. And I just give it to y'all. And if I am going to continue doing Divorced Sistas, I am going to have to push myself to be different. I'm not going to say better. Maybe better. Maybe this could wind up with me being better. Maybe that's the whole point of it. I honestly, after episode 3, like I told y'all, I give everything 3 episodes. And then that's when I decide if I'm going to continue watching or I'm not. I really deeply, like I want y'all to understand me. I deeply, on a visceral level, want to stop watching the show. Full stop. I deeply feel like there's really nothing here for me to continue to keep watching for. And yet, I am feeling compelled to continue watching, one, because I feel challenged by the idea of figuring out how I can have some type of constructive conversation around a show that I feel like is really bad. Like, really bad. And that's where my growth will come in. That's where my shift will come in. Like, I don't want to just put up a bunch of rant videos, even though y'all tend to love my rants, but I don't want to just be beating down the show and the characters and the actors that are on this show. I, do have, scathing criticism at times, but I try to balance it out. And overall, I try to make sure that all of the things that I critique and I say and I comment are for somebody's benefit, right? Whether it's for the artist that's putting up the character and the performance, whether it's for, in this case, Tyler and the writing, like how it can be improved, or if it's for you as an audience member of like, don't be fooled by this, don't model after this toxic behavior, release this problematic mindset, like atone and be accountable to this and this, and then move different in the future. Like, that's where all of my my commentary and my critique kind of like lives, and that's like what my intention is around it. But with this, I cannot see a way through. I cannot see a way to me commenting on it being something positive. So it's like, Erica, to stop watching. The 2 things that are keeping me wanting to watch this show: Ronreaco Lee, Rob C. Riley. Solely. And LeToya, I think, is really dropped in, but I don't give a damn about her pastor husband. And I think that Devon's performances are like terrible. So she don't even have what she needs to really go there. Like, she's giving it to us. She's taking it as First Lady Rasheda, right? Without having a dope scene partner across from her. So that is already like, I'm not taking anything away from her, but I'm like not actually invested in their storyline because she doesn't have a strong enough person to make that compelling enough. So Ronreaco and Rob C. Riley that we get to see, William and Javon in this episode were the most interesting thing for me, were the most real interactions for me, the most grounded performances, the things that I actually leaned into. I spent most of this episode like rolling my eyes, like, what the hell is actually going on? So again, that goes back to my original point of like, in addition to being intrigued by those 2 performers specifically, I'm also like, can you figure out another way to make this interesting? Can you critique this while not enjoying it? I don't think I actually shine and do well in a space where I don't enjoy the thing that I'm talking about, which is why y'all don't see certain things. If I watch something and I don't like it, I typically won't talk about it. And that's like my way of like dealing with it. But maybe it's a time that I move past it. I don't know. Y'all let me know your suggestions and your thoughts in the comment section, because like maybe you can help me unpack this. This episode was a shit show. And honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed because I felt like Tyler has already grown past where he is in the writing here. Like there's so much exposition. There's so much that is communicated directly in the dialogue. Again, exposition that could be subtext, that could be implied, that could be inferred. Things that would be better in reference to how it's delivered to make the consuming of the story actually enjoyable.
You know I have to process things before I just...
You share it.
Exactly.
But is it about Jeff?
And I ain't never had no good man in my life to show me anything.
Vaughn.
But you good, you good.
know.
I'll go to the house. I'll go home. It's cool.
We gotta go into this party and act like everything's okay. So you know what? Let's just do that, okay?
Or pretending.
Actually intriguing, actually entertaining. But because of the way it is on the page, it feels like a bunch of characters just saying things to us. A bunch of characters just saying who they are and what they do and why they do it. But then it also is ringing false because your motivations don't seem to line up with the words that you're actually saying. And it's infuriating for me because no, I don't need everything to be this hyper, critical Oscar Emmy worthy work at all. Don't get me wrong, I'm obsessed with Love Island right now. I'm covering that on my second channel. Like, be clear, there's definitely range for your girl. But even when it comes to the realm of Tyler Perry, he has done better. He can do better, and this is not cutting it at all. Let's start with Bridget. Bridget is the assistant to Rasheda, First Lady Rasheda. This is 3 episodes in, and aside from her gossiping about her goofy ass homegirls and deciding to keep a man that is not providing for her, is not mentally on her same level, is younger than her, and for all intents and purposes is dragging her ass down. Mind you, she's already skirting the gut of her goddamn self. We don't know why she's choosing this man. We don't know why she is moving the way that she is. We don't know how loyal she actually can be. She seems to be performing loyalty well, but I don't know much of anything really about her as a character, which makes the interactions that she has with her little raggedy ass homosexual boyfriend disingenuous and uninteresting. I don't even get an inkling of why it is that you are attracted to this man. You don't seem sexually attracted to him. You're not attracted to his intellect. Like, you feel stressed when he's around. You let him come to this event. He don't even have a tuxedo jacket. He only have a vest. He looks like a damn waiter. Y'all have that incident. And then you have to placate to his ego. I could not imagine being a 30-something, late 30-something woman, maybe 40-something woman who's supposed to be established within her career, established within her friend group, and running behind a goofy 29-year-old man who is claiming to be a damn content creator, playing the video games all day and quitting jobs that I keep giving him while I have to put food on the damn table, I have to put a roof over our damn head, and I have to make sure our damn heat and AC is on. And then I'm also going to step around your ego at my job. This is a work event. We're supposed to be raising money to get a new church, and you over here being stupid saying this, that, and the third. Then Tyler, you have such lack of development when it comes to the damn homosexual ass 29-year-old boyfriend. I can't tell if he actually care about her or if he's using her. Where are we going with this? What does this actually mean? Because if it's a homosexual with some deeper intention, or a homosexual that definitely is using this person but isn't necessarily a bad person in his own right, he would be being a little bit more intentional in the places that he can be. He would be being silent, which would be kind of awkward if he was invited into the friend group or he was invited into this space and he feels like, oh, I've never been in this situation before. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. That he would probably shut up versus just saying whatever. He moves with too much arrogance and confidence for me to actually believe that he gives a damn about this girl. Which brings me back to Bridget, but like, not only are you doing all of this for this goofy ass 29-year-old, but you're doing all of this for a goofy ass 29-year-old who don't give a damn about you. Are you dumb? Because that's what it's giving. I wrote down this little, he said, I ain't never had a good man to show me things to do in life before. There are so many ways for a character to communicate their lack or their lack mentality. There are so many ways for a character to communicate a deficit. There are so many ways for a character to communicate their ignorance, and not ignorance in trying to be a terrible person, but their ignorance in their lack of knowledge about something. You outright saying, I ain't never had a good man to do X, Y, and Z. Why have we not had a conversation about him not having a dad? Or him desiring certain things? Why isn't it set up and like, oh, well, won't you introduce me to pastor? Like, why isn't he pursuing some type of relationship with the men of the group? That would also help imply that he has never had good male role models. There's so many ways that we can add additional nuance and build the story around the characters in reference to what he has. And I'm very frustrated in watching because I have to settle for this mediocre one fish, blue fish, ABC 1, 2, 3 ass writing, and Tyler is better than this. He's better than this. Or I would like to believe that he's better than this. And it sucks because I've covered Sistas for so long. It was one point I was covering Ruthless. I used to love If Loving You Was Wrong. Watch, I think, all of his films. It sucks because when I hear, oh, Tyler thinks this of women, or Tyler thinks that of women, I didn't necessarily like buy into that or necessarily believe it. Like, I personally don't necessarily know if I don't believe, actually I do know. I don't believe that Tyler Perry is a colorist. I think that his audience is full of people who have given into colorism and have been programmed to give into colorism. I feel like certain harmful narratives are more propagated and like more pedestalized within the audience than actually with Tyler. But then it comes to stuff like this that I have to say, damn, is this really what you think of women? Do you think that all women friendships are centered around them gossiping around each other and deeply seeking knowledge about each other's internal and personal traumas? There are friends that I have that I'm going to ask you what's wrong, and if you tell me nothing is wrong, or you tell me I don't want to talk about it, you got it, baby. And it's not no sweat off of my brow. I don't have an attitude about it. I can give you space as a mature woman and understanding sometimes we need to process things on our own. Sometimes we need to go inside before we bring things externally. And I'm not hurt by that. My ego ain't bruised. I don't need the validation of like, oh, I gotta know all your business all the time. And now this is the second series, because Sistas is the first, that narrative is being pervasive, right? And for me, there's not enough differences with the original Sistas and now divorced Sistas to, one, prove that divorced Sistas should actually exist, and now two, to let me know that this is not how you feel about most, if not all, women. Now I'm struggling. Before it was like, okay, this is the world that you built, and this is what we're saying about this particular subset of women. But now you have literally brought forth, Tyler, another subset of women who are doing and saying and being the exact same things, as if there's no other archetypes of women. I don't understand it. And yes, you changed a few jobs. We got a first lady here. We got a second lawyer. Now we got a real estate developer. Cool. But their essences are so much the same. And I posted a comment on, I think it was my episode 2 breakdown, because people in the comment section like, oh, this is so different. And I literally wrote exactly who was who. And I lined it up. I'll link to it, or I'll put it on the screen so that you guys can see. The archetypes are the exact same. That's sad to me. What else did I write down? Okay, I'm gonna go to the car. I'm gonna go to the ride over with the pastor and First Lady Rasheda. They are continuing this argument that was happening at the house. Cool, get it. I could not for the life of me figure out what is the real issue. And that becomes a problem because it feels like the characters don't know the real issue. Do you want him to be present? Do you want sex? Do you feel unfulfilled within your role? Do you feel like you have to cover up for him, or you are more loyal to him than he is to you? There was so many words used to communicate the lack or to communicate the issue, but none of them I feel like are actually speaking to the actual issues. And then when you go over to the pastor side, she's nagging. That was mainly his issue. She's nagging. But then that to me is a surface level thing that speaks to something deeper. So what are you hiding? But then we get into the performance parts of it, right? Because I don't feel like Devon is strong enough within this role that we don't see anything hidden behind his eyes. Everything that he communicates, he kind of just says it as he thinks it's supposed to be said versus feeling it and letting it come out as it would for a person who's actually going through those particular emotions. So like to go to First Lady Rasheda is always nagging him, and that's why he don't want to ride in the car with her. So then what are the other tactics that you can try? Because if you really love your wife and you just don't want to hear her mouth, then why aren't you leading conversations? Why aren't you stopping certain things? Multiple times within this car ride, he's like, well, you got something to say, go ahead and say it. But I thought you don't like her nagging, which leads me to believe that you don't want to hear what she actually has to say. So then where's the actual deflection? That's again where I'm like struggling with the dialogue being not necessarily the best, but then the performances also can't save the damn dialogue. And it's just, to me, it's just a big mess. It's a big mess. And I don't know like how I'm supposed to talk about something that I see mostly negative things in. And I want to figure it out, but I don't even know where to begin with that. I don't know. I feel like having mostly negative reviews is not going to be helpful. It's not going to be entertaining. It's just like, why do it? So again, I deeply need, if you watch this video and you never really comment, I deeply need you to comment this time, because not only am I trying to figure out how to keep watching and create content around it, but I'm also, I guess, trying to attach some type of meaning that would matter to me while doing it. Naomi. First of all, I have not had a chance to, since watching, to go and like actually research this, but I was really thrown off by the Atlanta Police Department coming to repossess her stuff. To say that you have a warrant for somebody's arrest, a warrant to search their house, typically comes when you're seeking evidence for a particular crime. Y'all did not have a warrant to search her house. You basically show her a warrant to search her house, ask her to step out, and then start to remove things from her house. So when in the hell did the Atlanta PD become the U-Haul movers? The busybody boys. When the hell did the Atlanta PD become a repossession agency? Like, at what point does a damn divorce attorney be able to wield autonomy and authority over the Atlanta state or city sanctioned law enforcement agency to retrieve personal items? I have never heard of such. Ever. They can be there to like supervise when somebody is coming to get their stuff, but that would mean her ex-husband would have to go there and yank them damn earrings out of her ear and that ring off of her damn finger and the paint off, the paintings off of the damn wall himself. And all the police are there to do is to make sure it doesn't escalate and no crimes actually get committed there. But to have y'all ushering out her stuff, carrying out, are y'all the movers? What the fuck is going on? And then Naomi, Chala has to get to the point when it comes to her, because Miss Girl, you were crashing out about all of this stuff being taken, but you were awarded $42 million. So who gives a damn if the Lamborghini is taken? Who gives a damn if the Range Rover is taken? Buy another one. What are we talking about? But then this is a build up on how she can't move on and how she's stuck on him, leaving her for a white woman. But we need to start to get to the why. Did you really love him? Were you pregnant before? Did you know that hoe? And she took your husband? How does being divorced make you feel about yourself? Thus far, we have only got to see Naomi drink, solicit prostitution, pull out a illegal firearm, and stalk the white woman who married her husband. And we have no idea why. I have yet to even be convinced that you loved your husband, girl. So how am I supposed to be invested in you being stuck in some toxic ass emotional cycle or loop, not being able to release this man when I don't even believe that you loved him? If I believe that you loved him, I get it, because I done some crazy shit behind love, quote unquote love. Best believe I didn't dress in all black like an omen for love. I didn't was in Bush for love. I get it. But we don't even have the foundation for the character development for me to even believe this is valid in reference to like what is compelling you to do this. Who is Naomi? So now, who is Bridget? Don't know. Who is Naomi? Don't know. We are kind of getting the idea of who is First Lady Rasheda, but most of that I feel like is less about what's on the page and more about the way that LeToya Luckett has breathed life into First Lady Rasheda, the conflicting dialogue, and not really being able to fully understand her, what she wants. That's one thing, but I have a good idea, or a little bit of an idea of who this woman is. So okay, cool. Geneva. Y'all gonna be pissed, or people will be pissed, because my real ones, they not gonna be pissed. Let me drink some water, y'all. Hold on. There is a whole group of people who are going to be pissed at anything I say about this damn woman or this character. But I cannot do a truthful review or commentary without speaking on it. The acting is not good. The acting from Khadeen for Geneva is not good. And Geneva has a heavy emotional toll that she's supposed to be communicating. I have so much that I want to say, but I don't want to come across like I'm harping on this terrible performance. But I'm just gonna say it. I'm not gonna worry about whatever the people got to say behind it, because it is what it is. I didn't make them do it. I'm just watching and telling you what I think about it. From the very beginning, is she mine? No, you deny it. Okay, cool. We found out later in the episode that she don't know. She don't even know if this is possible. All of that is a blur. That would have been lovely if we got to see that, right? Wrestling behind the eyes of like indignantly, no, that's not, no, why would you say that? Cool, deliver that. But like there, I don't even know how to explain it in reference to just an audience. Like I feel like now I'm back in acting class and I'm communicating acting notes to non-actors, so I feel like it's not gonna land. Y'all gonna be like, Erica, what the hell are you talking about? But they're some of the most brilliant performances that you have watched, that I have watched. There's a lot happening here. And one of the things that you're taught in acting class is to think it. You don't have to perform it. You don't have to project, oh, I'm sad. Oh, I'm angry. You have to think it, feel it, and then it'll come, right? It is clear to me that Khadeen doesn't actually have that. So she's trying to show certain feelings and emotions, but for me, it's falling flat and it's not dynamic enough. And it sucks because similar to like LeToya, opposite of Devon, you know, experience versus inexperience. She's opposite in this moment. Well, actually 2 times. She's opposite freaking Rob C. Riley, who was dropped in as Javon, period. Like, I have no real notes about that man. And then on another note, you're opposite Ronreaco Lee, dropped in. So it stands out so much to me how she's kind of like punching outside of her weight class when it comes to acting. And it's not landing. Like, the words are on the page for the gist of the story, but I feel like Geneva, she could be a sympathetic character. I don't sympathize with her yet. I don't empathize with her yet. She could be a character that makes you lean in, but right now I'm just like, girl, you knew what you was doing, and I don't even want to know why you don't want to pursue it. Because honestly, like the previous episode, you ain't happy with William's ass either. So you get another fine ass, and you don't want him either. But 6 years ago, it was all y'all, and y'all was gonna run away together and leave y'all spouses. Like, I don't get it. And then when we get to the end of the episode, and she's having this borderline panic attack in the back at this banquet hall, because William decides brilliantly that he wants to hook Javon up with Tiffany, and quiet as kept, Tiffany and Javon look good together. Tiffany and Javon look cute together, baby. Okay? She gets to losing it at the sight of this, but wait, you don't want him. Wait, you want him to go away. Wait, you don't actually want this. You want to stay with your husband. But rewind. We go back to your husband, who's father of the damn year. You paying his ass dust too. So what is it that you want? What is going on? So when you get in the bathroom talking about you about to be crying with not a tear coming out, talking about you worried about how you looking, but not a tear has fallen, not one tear has fallen, and that's a technical thing acting wise, right? Like, she doesn't have control of it yet, so she can't get that to come. Fine. I don't believe it. I don't believe that you're actually in emotional distress. I don't even know where these fall. Do you care about your husband? Do you care about your side chick? Do you care about your damn daughter? None of that I am actually convinced of just yet. So this character who has such, like, she to me is like right under Rasheda in reference to like the 2 strongest storylines. But the storyline is falling by the wayside because she's delivering it poorly, unfortunately. Yeah. Honestly, and then I'm gonna speak to this. With William, Ronreaco is playing William down, but because we don't have enough on the page for him, I'm not necessarily sympathetic of him either. Now, I'm looking at him like, damn, she cheated on you and you father of the year, but I don't know, because I know Tyler and I know there could be something else there, so I'm not necessarily like, oh yeah, Team William, so I'm not that either. I'm not even sure if I want Javon to go away. Like, and honestly, that's probably the 2 things, like, in reference to those 2 characters in particular, when I say that I'm intrigued by them, I kind of want to know that. Like, I want to know if Javon is, like, in the right here, because I have yet to figure out if he's wrong. Yes, she's married, but I don't know if he's wrong. And I want more evidence so I can be able to figure out where I should land in that. I want to figure out what the hell is going on with William. Is he a good guy? Or did he do some before too and brought all this cheat on himself? Like, those 2 characters make me want to like know more, which would honestly be the very few things that keep me watching. I don't know. Does the negative outweigh that? Because I do care. I want to see that. And then Naomi's husband, I like that actor, but I am not a fan. I am not a fan of like tropey ass, stereotypical ass interracial relationships. So to watch this black man pedestalize this white woman amongst his black ass friends within his black ass community, and like all the generational wealth being transferred to this white woman. Like, we leave the episode off and they spot the earrings that were just confiscated from Naomi on this hoe's ear. And I'm just like, now y'all want me to fight. Now you want me to fight because Erica has some pet peeves that are like completely non-negotiable pet peeves, or like the thing that immediately set me off. And mediocre white women is one of the first things that's gonna set me off every single time. A mediocre white woman hates to see me coming because I'm always gonna have smoke for them. So I'm not really like wanting to go down this road. But the actor kind of intrigues me. But then he's partnered with this mediocre ass white woman I can already tell. And I'm just like, I want to protect my peace. Y'all, I don't know. This review was a lot longer than I anticipated it. I try to be very open and honest. All of my critique about this is like literally what I think could be addressed so that the show could be better. It is not just me trying to bash the show for bashing the show's sake. It's not me trying to bash certain actors for bashing the actor's sake. I wish that there was more time and energy available for them to be able to put put into this, because I know that Tyler shoots really, really fast, and that could be a lot for a newcomer like Khadeen or a newcomer like Devon. Devon is coming from behind the camera to in front of the camera, and that's a very hard transition to make. So I give them credit for, trying. Unfortunately, what they're putting up is just not doing it for me. I guess we're gonna see. If y'all see an episode 4 breakdown, then you know that I'm still in it. But I'm really, really gonna be interested in seeing what y'all say in the comment section, and maybe y'all can help me figure out how to better posture this and make it okay, so that I can push forward with a better, clear understanding of where I fit in reference to the conversations around the show. Because again, I don't want to just put out a bunch of criticism that doesn't feel helpful, doesn't feel entertaining, doesn't do anything. I'm not one of those. There's too many of those type of people on YouTube. I don't necessarily want to be one of those. Let me know what you thought about the episode. Let me know what you thought about my thoughts. Check out my Beyond the Gates breakdowns. My second channel, I'm doing Love Island reactions. Follow your girl on TikTok. I'm getting hella active over there as well. It's your good sis, LeToya TV. We'll see you in the next one.